What's happening, y'all? I got a couple topics I want to pop it about. I was inspired by two videos that I seen with Dr. Bryant. It's an interview she did on Funky Friday with Cam Newton and an interview she did on Cancel Culture with Nick Cannon. And I just want to start off by saying that Cam Newton and Nick Cannon are the same person, different font, and you can't convince me otherwise, my baby. I don't care. And I know some of y'all gonna say, well, you can't judge off an interview. They're only so many minutes long. Baby, the context of conversation and the depth of questions, you could for sure assess character by somebody's rebuttal. I don't care what you say, my baby. So I'm gonna post some clips and we just gonna tap into it and see, you feel me, what they time about. We gonna see what they time about. So stay tuned, love. Yeah, all that.
A lot of people see my situation and not think that I'm not high functioning.
What situation?
See my situation? That's a very vague question, and it's for you
What
to
situation are you referring to that they're looking at and thinking is not high function?
Just my life.
Your life entirely, or your life in relationships?
My life.
See, don't deflect. Let's stay here. Your life entirely, or your life in relationships?
Both, really.
And they think that you're low functioning.
No, I don't.
You just said people see your life and think you're not high functioning. The opposite of that would be low functioning.
No. Okay, so here you go. You're trying to take my intentions away from this. Can I correct it?
Yeah, go ahead.
Or can I give you more?
Yeah, some more information. Heck yeah.
So, I'm not married, right? I have beautiful children.
How many?
8.
I didn't do my research. I thought it was 4, but 8. Okay.
No, baby.
Cool.
It's
By how
8.
many women?
3. And this is the kicker. I want more. Now.
By multiple women? What's the intent?
I just want God
by
to
your
bring
wife?
him. I just want God to bring him.
Oh, okay. And you have, so you just.
Because my point is this. My desire to get married is lower than my fear of divorce. So, as you had said, Dr. Brian, you said it, I didn't say it, I will agree. I'm just taking my time.
You're not taking your time.
I am, though.
You're being very action-based. You're not taking your time. You're being very action-based.
I'm taking my time.
You're being very action-based. You have 8 kids with 3 different women.
Yes.
You are creating, procreating, and multiplying. That is not taking your time. You're being very selectively active, okay? So you're creating, and disclaimer, the kids are innocent, they are beautiful and amazing. Anything I say has nothing to do with them babies, because I can't wait to be a mom, and I love the kids, period. But you are proactively choosing where you want to be active at and where you want to take your time.
Okay, so can we start by addressing who Cam Newton is in the first place? He's a former NFL player. He's 35 years old. And as you could see, he has fathered 8 children with 3 different women. And he can't tell us the difference between high function and low function and high value and low value. He thinks that functionality and value are cohesive. This is somebody's daddy. This is 8 people's daddy. I don't mean to laugh. I'm sorry. But this is 8 people's daddy. That ain't a little scary to y'all? You feel me? Like, your functionality, how you run, how you operate, how you process has nothing to do with your value. You know what I'm saying? Your value is your accolades, what you've accomplished, what you've made tangibles. You know what I'm saying? Like your academics, like that's what people put value on. You feel me? What have you touched? What have you done? Like, that's what people put value on. That has nothing to do with how you function as a person. And the fact that this man can't differentiate that is so funny. And he says that not only is he not married, but he wants more kids. And he said he don't even know where these kids has come from. He said this is going to be miraculous conception like Jesus H. Christ, because they coming from the Lord. Like, I'm sorry to laugh, but he is hilarious. Like, boy, what? Like, you just be saying anything. Like, and then you didn't even say, like, oh, my next kids is coming from my wife, like, for sure. Like, that man said, I don't know, but they coming. Stay tuned. You know? Like, crazy. You know? And, like, you scared of divorce, but you ain't scared. You ain't scared of failing as a parent more than you are scared of failing as a husband. I'm more terrified of failing as a mom than I will ever be as failing as a wife. Not saying that when I become a wife, I will want to fail at it. Absolutely not. Who does something with the intention to fail? But come on, my baby. Is you for beef? And then you taking your time. All right, hold on. Wait. sorry, but yeah. The whole you scared of divorce thing, you didn't marry neither one of these three women that you have already reproduced with. You have no intention of marrying whoever you reproduce with next, obviously, because you didn't say your next children were coming from your wife. You said they was coming from the Lord. You feel me? So, I don't really see how you taking your time. I feel like that's something you told yourself, or that's something you, like a facade this man has created for himself to pacify himself, to make himself feel okay with the decisions he's made. It makes him feel like, okay, well, you just scared of commitment, but you making some permanent decisions by having children. But you just like, oh, Betty, you don't worry about it. You know, like, it's like you patting yourself on your back. Like, you pacifying yourself. Like, it's cool. Go to sleep. Just go to bed. Sleep it off. Like, no, wake your game up. What is you doing, my baby? Like, it don't even make sense that you taking your time when everything else is moving so fast. How are you going so slow in that department? You a tortoise in that department. But over here, you Speedy Gonzalez. Dukes of Hazzard. You sliding across the top of the car, hopping in. You ain't even opening the door. You feel me? Like, you... Come on, my baby. Stop playing in these people's face like that. And Dr. Bryant wasn't having it. She like, boy... Sir. Like, but professional, though. And I love it. Like, stop playing. But we're going to get to this next clip. Come on, we're going to keep going. We ain't done.
Them to put in a box. It's unhealthy. And it's a huge dysfunction within our Black community that I truly believe personally, statistically, mental health-wise, and community-wise, that Black men would stop.
Black men will what?
Stop doing that. That they would stop that dysfunctional behavior of compartmentalizing and creating houses, not homes, and then finally a home with the wife. And then you have all these other houses that are homeless. But you over here, at some point when you do get a wife, if you do, I'm saying if that's what you want, you will. You'll get whatever you want. You're trying to create a home. Totally dysfunctional and extremely, that's the epitome of selfish. Epitome of selfish. I'm done. You can go for it.
Okay, say less. All right, so what identifies as a broken home?
What you have going on with these, whoever you're not in the house with, is a broken home. It's called a blended family. It's called a blended family.
That means?
That the family is blended. So blended
So blended means broken?
Yeah.
Okay. So I can agree with you, and we can agree to disagree, that I'm not creating broken homes. I'm doing the best with the situation that I was given and am given. So...
Dr. Bryant's patience needs to be studied. She sat there and gave a detailed explanation about what a broken family is and what a healthy family dynamic is. And that man still turned around and said, I ain't doing that. And I thought he was asking what is a broken home for the sake of conversation. But as the conversation progressed, I realized this man genuinely did not know what a broken home was. Like, he was literally ignorant to what a broken home was, because he didn't know he was a contributing factor to that statistic. And then he proceeds to say, yeah, well, I'm not doing that. Like, basically, like, that dynamic does not fit my reality. But it's like, dude, you're not married and you're not in the same house with any of these children with the mother. What are you talking about? And if you was in the same house with a mama, you still gonna have some kids from another house in that house. So that's still a blended family. Like, what? He playing in them ladies' face. Like, he either really like oblivious, like an airhead, or he literally playing in those ladies' face. Like, you feel me? Like, cause it ain't no way, boy. It ain't no way that man sat there and said, I ain't doing that. After that lady just described his situation perfectly. Jesus Christ. I am crying, but yeah, so we just gonna hop into Nick Cannon's interview on cancel culture with Dr. Bryant, and then we gonna spin a block on Cam and see how these both tie in together. Like, we gonna wrap it up. I swear. Just stay tuned, my baby. Yeah, all that.
I'm comfortable with my abandonment.
Because you are in your dysfunctional norm that you've become comfortable
But
with.
it's worked. It's become a superpower.
But you've learned to survive in it. You're not thriving in that. That's not thriving. You're surviving in that.
Okay.
And so anytime you are surviving and not thriving, there is no cape. There is no superpower. There's no superpower in a lack of mental health. And there's no superpower.
But it's worked for me. Like you said, I mean,
you know why it worked
read
for you?
me well.
You know why it worked for you?
Why?
You know why it worked for you? I'm gonna go there, and it's probably gonna be okay.
Go ahead. This is what we got 2 minutes left in our first session.
With all due respect, seriously, to all the women that you've encountered, ladies, I'm saying this. The reason why it's worked for you is because you have chosen and to prey on low-functioning women who don't have the emotional intelligence. No, I'm going there. Who will allow you to do that, Nick? And when I say allow, it's not a control thing. When I say allow, I'm not saying that she sits across you and says, this is what you won't do, you're crossing a boundary. Nick.
I disagree.
Yes.
This is why I why I mean, one, because
why you gonna make sure, but you gotta go in protection mode too.
But I'm saying because you could say from the all the high value women that I've ever
I didn't say high
experienced.
value.
But okay, I'm giving compliments. But I'm just saying
I'm like, wait a minute.
for the people who are even of them being, because first of all,
low-functioning women will allow you to function low with them. Nick, you could not function that low.
So this is,
Nick,
everyone's low functioning at some point in their life.
You could not function low with a woman of my functioning, not because I'm superior. Not because I'm superior. Listen to me say this really quick. Not because I'm superior to any other woman, but because I do have leverage. I've been in my field for 17 years, so we get that. But I've done the work, meaning you won't have an opportunity to get hostile with me, and you may want to flee, but fleeing would not get you a payoff with me. Wait a minute.
I'm not the hostile individual.
But that's my point. Did you hear what you just said? We said the same thing. You would never have the opportunity to get hostile with me.
Yeah, because I control myself.
Hold on. Okay.
I have full control of my. But in your sense, because that's what I'm saying. Because only reason I say what I disagree, because at some point we've all been low functioning. Yes. And we have to accept that.
Yes.
So to label that is like, all right, well, at some point everybody's going to be in their low state. Everybody's going to be vulnerable. Everybody's going to feel empty.
But
everybody's going to yearn something.
Mental health,
and when it comes to relationships, the beauty of a great relationship is where I'm weak, you are strong.
Okay, so before we jump into that video, we all know Nick Cannon. And if y'all don't, Nick Cannon is the entertainer. He's been in the game a long time. Like he a vet for sure. But he has 12 kids with 6 different women. 6 different women. And that man sat on that couch and was so combative with a woman whose life work is coaching. Giving insight, giving, different perspectives on, just some of the decisions we made and the way we choose to, live our life. This is her profession, this is what she dedicated her life to. So the fact that this man, I'm sorry, I keep laughing because I feel like we in a Twilight Zone. Like these men are not real. They're not real people. They can't be, because it was like, are you serious? Like, it's like I said, like the same thing with Cam. It's like Nick was patting himself on the back too, pacifying himself. Like, you're doing a great job. You're handling all this and you're doing this and you created this narrative for yourself. You created all this responsibility. So why wouldn't you do everything in your power to make sure that you're managing and maintaining it? Make it make sense, my baby. Like, you want accolades, or you want this, like, you people to see you, like how he said, as a superhero or as a superpower, when really it's controlled chaos. Barely controlled chaos, if you will. Like at 43, at his fossil age, Nick Cannon is like, well, everybody does this. Everybody's been low functioning. Everybody's been this and that. Yeah, but choosing to stay in your low functionality is insane. Not choosing to grow, not choosing to evolve is insanity. You get what I'm saying? So it's like you are preying on these women who ain't gonna stand up for themselves, who ain't gonna stand on business, who ain't gonna, you know what I'm saying, who is gonna accept you and condone the things that you do, maybe because of your value, maybe because of your stature, but that doesn't make you high functioning. You get what I'm saying? Like, you think because you up here financially that here follows suit, baby, because you were able to make a couple $1 million. No, because you were able to calculate and format how to produce something tangible or make something lucrative doesn't mean that you have the emotional intelligence to coexist healthily with another human being, my baby. And that's where y'all be getting messed up at. Y'all think because y'all got motion and y'all floating and all of this, that it's gonna pacify for your lack of growth, for your lack of emotional intelligence, for your lack of processing, for your lack of, you know what I'm saying, like being able to empathize, being able to really like fully understand. There was no understanding there. Nick Cannon, he responded with the intent just to respond. There was no listening or understanding involved. He literally just wanted to have a rebuttal. Boy, shut up. You don't even got some of the answers, Sway. Forget having all of the answers, baby. You don't got none of the answers, because every answer you gave, I'm sorry I keep laughing, but every answer you gave was like, Nick, stop talking, my baby. Please. That's why I'd rather hear you rap. I ain't gonna lie. And you, all right, we ain't even gonna go there. But Cam Newton and Nick Cannon, same man, different font. The amount of coddling and pacifying that this doctor had to do just to get her point across or just to be heard was insane. Nick Cannon, you is 43. Cam, you is 35. Y'all listening skills should be up to par. Y'all cognitive skills should be developed to the point of where your understanding level is to a certain degree. But there was none of that. You get what I'm saying? Like, and these are somebody daddies. These is... All right, I'm gonna stop. Okay, I'm done. We back. So, Dr. Bryant literally had to give 10 compliments in order to critique one thing. She literally, it was like talking to a child almost. Like, hey, you did good. You did great. Okay, now let's talk about this. Okay, you're doing a good job. Like, it was so much hand holding. It was almost... No, I will stop laughing. It was funny to watch. I'm sorry. I watched both interviews in almost entirety. I had a time watching them. Very entertaining. I feel like y'all should go watch them. Some good gems Dr. Bryant was dropping. I'm a for sure start watching her myself. I love the insight. I love the insight. But yeah, these two men who are contributing to the broken home, you feel me, statistic and narrative of the Black community and don't see their self as a contributing factor or a problem is scary. That is scary. Like, I don't care what nobody say, my baby. Accountability is everything. And I know accountability don't happen overnight. And maybe this was the conversation that these men needed to kickstart and kick them in the ass to let them know, baby, something ain't right. Something is not right, and you need to go deal with that. You need to go talk to the lady. You need to go call the lady, my baby, because something ain't right. You feel me? But I don't know. What do I know, my baby? This is just my opinion, so don't, you feel me, crucify me for it. This is just how I think, how I feel. But good interviews, good entertainment, good internet. Go check it out, my babies. VIP Sunny out. Yeah.